how is your class going on?
Fine, sir. All good.
Your lectures are all done?
Yes.
Okay, great. How are your practicals happening?
Fine, sir. All good.
Good, sir.
You people are understanding everything?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, everything.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anything that you've not understood?
Yes, sir. I have one question. What is muscle imbalance?
Muscle imbalance basically means what? Now, muscle imbalance, whenever human body creates a movement, okay, it should be in a reciprocal nature. Reciprocal nature का मतलब क्या होता है? जब human body कोई एक movement create करती है, so all the muscles which are helping in doing that particular movement, they should work in proper coordination. एक proper coordination के साथ उन्होंने काम करना चाहिए. If the coordination is not there, then it is known as muscle imbalance. If I am sounding very technical, I'll make it very simple. Okay, let's say this movement is elbow flexion. Correct? Eh? Now we know that you have the antagonist muscles and you have the agonist muscles. Agonist and antagonist muscles. ये हमको मालूम है. Okay, you have done this in your course. Agonist muscles means the same side muscles, which contracts. And antagonist muscle means the muscle which are on the opposite side. Correct? Eh? Now, if I am creating this movement, elbow flexion, the agonist muscle is what? Bicep. Because the bicep is going to contract. Antagonist muscle कौन सा है? Tricep. Because when the bicep contracts, the tricep will lengthen, it will relax. Now, for example, due to some reason, if the bicep, let's say, it is overdeveloped, okay, as compared to the tricep, or if the flexibility is not there, then the movement is not created properly. For example, अगर आपका bicep जो है वो overdeveloped है, if the girth is more, if the circumference is more, you will not get complete range of motion. It will affect the range of motion, definitely. पूरा range of motion नहीं आएगा. This could be because of anything. This could be if the muscle is overdeveloped or there is lack of flexibility, it will always create a difficulty in creating a movement. So now this is known as muscle imbalance. Okay, in creating a movement, the muscles surrounding that particular joint should work in proper coordination. अगर ये नहीं होता है, then it is known as muscle imbalance. By the way, muscle imbalance are of two types. दो type के होते हैं. एक body muscular imbalance and second is joint muscular imbalance. So let me explain you that also. Body muscular imbalance क्या होता है? What is it? I'll explain you with the help of example. Okay, let's say we have the left side and the right side. Correct? Eh? So this is the left side, right side. Now, on both the sides, if the muscles are not symmetrically developed, symmetrical development नहीं है, एक साइड का मसल जो है वो ज्यादा डेवलप्ड है और they are more strong as compared to the opposite side. Like for example, let's say you're a righty or a lefty. He's a righty. Okay, so definitely right side का इस्तेमाल ज्यादा होता है. So there are chances कि उसके right side के जो muscles है उनके अंदर strength ज्यादा होगी. They will be more stronger. They will be more developed. This may happen. So in that case, symmetrical development is not there. Or if you compare the strength also, one side strength is more as compared to the other side. So this is body muscular imbalance. And then there is something known as joint muscular imbalance. So joint muscular imbalance मतलब क्या? The muscles surrounding a particular joint, they should work in proper coordination. अगर वो जो है उसके अंदर कोई एक particular muscle it is more strong and the other muscle is weak, then it is known as joint muscular imbalance. Like for example, let's say deltoid. Now if you look at the shoulder joint has got three muscles. You all know about this.
Yes.
Correct? What are these three muscles? You have the anterior deltoid, then you have the medial deltoid, and then you have the posterior deltoid. Now, if one particular muscle, now let's say for example, anterior deltoid will always help you in doing pushing movements. Pushing movement करते समय आपके anterior deltoid आपको मदद करेंगे या वो काम करेंगे.
Yes.
Okay? If you look at posterior deltoid will always help you in creating pulling movement. Whenever you do a pulling movement, the posterior deltoid is involved.
Right.
बराबर है? Now, if Here again, there is no proper coordination. If the coordination is not there, your anterior deltoid is overdeveloped and posterior deltoid is less developed. Like you will see, generally this happens in the gym. आप जनरली आपके क्लाइंट्स को देखोगे, जिम में जाने वाले लोगों को देखोगे, दे विल ऑलवेज कीप ऑन ट्रेनिंग द एंटीरियर डेल्टॉइड. They will keep on doing their overhead presses, front raises, correct? So they will develop the anterior deltoid, but they will not focus on development of posterior deltoid that much. Posterior deltoid के development के ऊपर उनका ध्यान नहीं जाता. So again, if this happens, the movement is not, the coordination is not there in creating a movement. So this is also known as a muscle imbalance. इसको भी imbalance बोला जाता है.
Yes. So, what is the effect of muscle imbalance?
The effect of muscle imbalance is that it will affect your mobility. Mobility will be affected a lot. Then it will also create improper appearance. Okay, one side is developed more as compared to the other side. It can develop risk of injury. Risk of injury हो सकता है, and it can also develop pain. So one particular muscle is weak as compared to the other side muscles. So it can also create pain. So these are the effects of muscle imbalance.
So, sir, how to correct muscle imbalance?
Muscle imbalance can be corrected by following certain things. Okay, for example, number one, when you're training your muscles, जब आप muscles को train करते हो, you should give equal emphasis, you should give equal importance to both the sides, your left side and the right side. So when you select movements, you should always select movements which are isolateral and unilateral. Now, for example, your course is done. So who will tell me what is isolateral movement?
आइसोलेटल मूवमेंट मतलब बोथ साइड काम करते हैं बट इंडिपेंडेंटली.
Correct. Isolateral movement means where both the sides, your left and right side, both are working independently. They are not connected to each other. Like for example, when you train with dumbbells, जब आप डंबल से ट्रेनिंग करते हो तो उसको हम बोलते हैं isolateral movement. So when you train with isolateral movements and unilateral movements, if you remember unilateral movements, where one side of the body is working at one time, correct? जैसे कि lunges या वन आर्म डंबल रो, तो आप ऐसे मूवमेंट अगर करोगे तो आप मसल इम्बैलेंस जो है उसको आप करेक्ट कर पाओगे. सेकेंड थिंग, यू शुड ऑलवेज गिव इक्वल इंपॉर्टेंस टू ऑल द मसल्स. सारे मसल्स को आपने इक्वल इंपॉर्टेंस देना चाहिए, करेक्ट है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई टोल्ड यू अबाउट एगनिस्ट मसल्स एंड द एंटेगनिस्ट मसल्स. सो देयर हैज टू बी, द प्रोग्रामिंग हैज टू बी प्रॉपर. कभी कभी ये हो जाता है कि देयर आर सर्टन मसल्स विच आर फेवरेट्स, तो आप वो मसल की ट्रेनिंग ज़्यादा कर लेते हो. जैसे आप कॉमनली देखोगे आर्म्स के ट्रेनिंग में बहुत ज़्यादा लोग जो है वो बाइसेप को ज़्यादा प्रेफरेंस देते हैं. सो दे विल कीप ऑन ट्रेनिंग द बाइसेप्स, लेकिन वो ट्राइसेप की तरफ इतना वो ध्यान नहीं देंगे. या तो लोअर बॉडी में अगर आप देखोगे, दे विल कीप ऑन ट्रेनिंग द क्वाड्रिसेप्स, दे विल नॉट पे अटेंशन टुवर्ड्स द हैमस्ट्रिंग्स. तो उससे होता क्या है, आपका एक मसल जो है वो डोमिनेट करने लगता है. योर क्वाड्रिसेप विल ओवर पावर, योर क्वाड्रिसेप्स विल बिकम मोर स्ट्रॉन्ग, इट विल बी मोर पावरफुल एज कंपेयर टू द हैमस्ट्रिंग्स. So इसके वजह से भी ये भी अच्छा नहीं है. And that is the reason you will see that, you know, major injuries, if you see, they are in the hamstrings. Hamstring में इंजरी आपको बहुत दिखेगी, क्योंकि because it is already, people are not paying attention towards. तो ये आपने करना चाहिए. So you should properly program it. Third most important thing is you should focus on proper form and technique. Form and technique is very important. For example, whatever that you have learned in the academy right now, आपको फॉर्म और टेक्निक आपका देखा गया, करेक्ट किया गया. आर फैकल्टी, ही टोल्ड यू अबाउट राइट टाइप ऑफ ब्रीदिंग टेक्निक, प्रॉपर पोस्चर. ओके, ये सारी चीज़ें आपको बताएगी. सो दिस इज फॉर्म एंड टेक्निक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यू शुड नॉट कॉम्प्रोमाइज ऑन फॉर्म एंड टेक्निक जस्ट बिकॉज यू वॉन्ट टू लिफ्ट मोर वेट. कई बार आप ये देखते हो कि लोग जो है वो ज़्यादा वेट उठाने के चक्कर में फॉर्म एंड टेक्निक में कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर देते. दैट शुड नॉट हैपन. सो यू शुड ऑलवेज फोकस ऑन प्रॉपर फॉर्म एंड टेक्निक्स. Correct? That is very important. And the fourth thing is proper rest and recovery and your proper nutrition. Definitely nutrition कैसे काम करेगा? It is raw material. Nutrition means raw material. It is providing the right type of raw material for repair and for recovery. तो ये सारी चीजें. So these things you should always keep in mind, and proper rest.
Yes.
So this is how you can correct muscle imbalance.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.